I am fired up. Happy Wednesday to share with you guys today. It always looks like it's so dark where I'm at. Not that that really helped. Okay. And what I want to share with you today is I'm going to be coming in hot with some not necessarily tough love. And I feel like it's sometimes what Jess says, like we're preaching, but even though you guys are here, I'm not going to preach in that aspect, but I want to talk about something that we've continuously talked about doing and about spreading. Okay. Here, you can have that. What do you need? Nothing. He just wants to hang out. Okay. And I think an important part of what we're doing, especially in this March mania, what's going on right now in our business and our company. Yes. Okay. Okay. Love you. He said, tell him about YouTube. He promotes for me like on a personal level too. I'm sure he's at School Slang and Thrive. I just can't wait, honestly. So I want to talk to you guys because I think it's so important that we not push, okay, and that's probably not the right word. We talk more about the business. We talk more about what this opportunity offers us. And I was listening to a podcast this morning. I'm going to share it with you guys inside the team chat after, because I know everyone's always asking like, what podcasts do you guys listen to? And this one is more of like from a social selling aspect, but she made some really good points in there that I think personally I've struggled with. So I know that there's other people feeling the same way. And when I took the leap, like, I don't know, probably 2 months ago, 3 months ago, to like really start talking about business as much as I can, because for me, it felt like, and I know we're all on different aspects of like where we join, why we joined this business. But for me, I joined because 100% like I past joined, but you guys know the story. Okay. I stuck around because I saw the business. I literally remember sitting with Jess at a coffee shop one day and I was like, man, I want her rock. I was looking at the rock on her finger. I'm like, I need that. Okay. So we need to join this house. We need to figure this stuff out. Okay. I'm not bougie, but there's some things in life that I like. And I just realized too, really fast that anybody could work this business. And I think where my mind was at and why we were ignorance on fire is because I was just simply talking about how $200, because that's what we needed on our credit card, was going to help somebody else. And sometimes because we go, and I know because I've been there, I'm not going on the trip. So it's kind of weird for me to talk about the trips, right? I'm not earning the auto bonus. So I'm not going to make a post about the auto bonus because it's kind of weird. But what we're doing is we're really just, number one, giving ourselves limiting belief and bad self-talk, because you're sitting there going like, well, I can't post about how, I don't know why I was thinking of Katie, that I guess I'm putting this out here, how Katie just earned her auto bonus. Okay. Maybe you're like, I can't post about that. Well, no one is going to know, number one, that we have an auto bonus if you're never posting about it. Number two, you're just telling yourself, because no one, I think sometimes too, we're so infatuated with the fact of social media, thinking that every person is constantly following us, so that we always want to go, hey, I know it's been a while since I went live. Well, I just added Rebecca yesterday. She doesn't know that I haven't been live in a week or 2 days. She doesn't even know me, right? We're so infatuated thinking that people are really following us all the time, which maybe some people are. But the amount of people that are just really hopping on here and there, they're not seeing all that type of stuff. They're not going to know. And you're not lying. These are true things that we have within our compensation plan that I think we don't talk about enough, because we think we're not qualified enough. Or we think because we don't have a big team, we can't talk about having a big team. And a perfect example, I know for me, is if you're feeling like that's your vulnerable spot, like you're really not comfortable talking about the business, you really need to utilize the stuff that this team offers, especially on social media. So like last night, Haas has a team Zoom that he's doing with Mama Val, like I think every other Tuesday, someone correct me if I'm wrong. But they're really nailing down the business. If you're not comfortable talking about the business right now, you need to be inviting to that. And a little tip on what I was doing yesterday, Mama Val and I were talking about it, because if anybody's like me, okay, which I know you guys probably all are, you've got life, kids, dinner, cooking, cleaning, plus your business, plus maybe you have a hobby. I don't know what that is, but maybe you have one. So we're busy, right? And what can happen with same thing, you're sending out invites to these. So it's important, like for me, what I do is I set an alarm on my phone. If y'all don't use the alarm on your phone, you're sleeping on the whole point of what this phone is for. It is to work for you, not against you, okay? Set the alarm on your phone. Hey Siri, remind me on Tuesday at 6 p.m. to send a follow-up message to all the people that I invited to the event so that you can be like, hey, Rebecca, in an hour, there's that event really quick. And that's literally how I got my last promoter to flip. She's been a customer of mine. She might be on here, I don't know. She's been a customer of mine for probably about 6 months. And then I sent her the script that we had about how the local was going on. It was, how she can earn cash and stuff for free. She obviously didn't watch it because she signed up on Monday, but she was like, you know what, I'm in, I want to do this. If we're not talking about what we have, how are people going to know? And so that's why too, like when I stress, and I know Jess says the same thing about going live about the business, no matter what, like at all costs, every single week, you should have a set minimum of daily posts that you're going to make. And within there should be live videos. I wanted to train on Instagram this morning, but I need more information. They're literally switching their whole app to make it so that if you have a shoppable store, which we do, if you have like a website where people can purchase products, they're going to like push your post to the front as long as you're utilizing the platform. So I'm going to learn more about that. But if you're fearful of or vulnerable about business right now, like one whole platform is about to completely switch to business, completely. And I know everybody does such a good job here talking about what the product has done for us, but think about it. If the product didn't work for you, you wouldn't have signed up to sell it, to share it with other people, right? If you didn't see some change in yourself, your family member, or someone around you, you wouldn't have been like, yeah, I want to share this with people. I don't know about you guys. I cannot share things that don't work. And I'm honest when things don't work. I'll go online right now and be like, listen, don't buy this remote. It sucks. But I think that's what builds trust with people. Okay. And why I stress like going live to number one is because posts and all that stuff are great, but you just can't reach a certain amount of people in a different way than you can with lives. It creates this exposure effect where people are seeing you more. So even if you're going post, okay, and that's why I was, I hear someone breathing, I'm looking around. I don't know where they are though. Here they are. Okay, so what I think of too, when you're going live more, okay, and you can still make your posts. Like I recommend like doing a post in the morning, afternoon, and evening. You're going to be hitting different people. And like Kelly Hawkins was saying, like my lives do better in the evening. Okay, then plan for set a minimum. Okay. And I think because this is why I feel like people get really overwhelmed is because they're not intentionally posting. They're waiting until 5 p.m. and they're going, oh crap, I need to make a post. Let me just think of something. And then you're like, well, Sydney, my engagement sucks, but your intention sucks. Right. And I'm just being honest because I do the same thing. When I have a post that I run out and I do, because I'm like, oh crap, it's this is when I'd rather go live because I could talk about washing my countertops or a crock pot before I make like some stupid post that I just know is not going to get engagement. Because it didn't get engagement, wasted my time, and it probably discouraged me a little bit because I went, oh, nothing, right? Setting like the woe me. The lives are going to create an exposure effect so that they see you more, especially in between your posting. But there's something about lives that builds trust with your audience, right? I'm sure most of the people on the screen, like Shar, when I met her at SEAL training, it was like that hug, like you've known each other your whole lives. It was the first time we met. But why? Because she jumps on these Zooms every morning with us. She's been here for a while, like, so she knows me. She knows my mannerisms. It was like we knew each other. We're like, oh, hey. And even Haas was like, this is the first time we've met. I'm like, yeah, that's what social media can do for you though. As long as you're building trust with the people. And that is the best way to do that is through lives. The girl I was talking about, the new promoter that I just flipped, she was one who's like, I've been watching you for so long. I literally scrolled up in our messenger. Sorry, Rachel, if you're here. Because I was like, how did I meet this girl? I don't even remember. Like we've just been friends for so long on social media. And it was a while back when Haas was doing Facebook Lives about our keto diet. And we shared it in a group. And I went through, and this is why I'm saying you have to be intentional in your business when you're doing it on social media. I went through to each person that added us from the live, or they followed us like from inside the group. And I said, hey, we're Haas and Sid. Thank you for following us and supporting us. We really appreciate it. If you have anything about our keto lifestyle you have questions about, just let me know. And then she started asking questions, obviously, about Thrive. What was it, patches on your arms? So when you have like an intention in what you're doing on social media and you're like, okay, I got this, I'm going to do this. your daily post, if one of them is live and you're intentionally sharing it into pages and groups. So I think too, because a lot of us get how many business, how many life, right? How many. I wish I had like a perfect answer for you, but what I like to use is Jessie Lee Ward's 4-2-1. And you could even use that on your lives, just like that fraction, if you will. She says 4, like lifestyle, that would be like your, anything away from like business or product post, 2 business posts, and 1 like sell it to them post. I think that probably for us would be more like product, like sell. If we had like a sale, or if we had like a trial day that you were doing something like that, it could be even selling the kit. So you could take that how you want. But I think too, like if you're doing a live once a week about like business, or like how Jess just said that one about online business, and she did talk about Thrive, but like a lot of it was about owning brick and mortars. You could share all of that stuff into the appropriate groups. As long as you have this stuff, and that's why I stress like setting this stuff up for yourself every week. Sit on Sunday and say like, okay, I want to go live twice this week. Maybe one's going to be intentional from the back of my car, and it's just going to be because I'm feeling some type of way about something. And then the other one is going to be about business strictly. And it can be like 5 minutes. Yesterday I did a live and Zane hopped out of the car in the middle of a parking lot while I was on the live. I'm like, really? So I had to like squirrel myself out, and I was like, all right, guys, I'll talk to you later. And I had someone message me about that afterwards, actually, too. So I think the important part is just the exposure. You're creating confidence for yourself, number one, which I think is most important. And you're creating exposure to your business and your brand. Also gives you a chance to educate your people. So if you have people too that you're reaching out to on social media and they're like, well, I feel like a no is always a not right now. I have a reel I'm doing on that. No is always right now. I just need, or not right now. I need to learn more about it, or I need to save up money, or I need to watch you more, right? We have an answer to all of those objections. But as long as we're educating people, so I had someone on the team too, I think it was Liz Corbett, was asking me about the little Klarna post I've been making. I've been making posts about Klarna once a day in my stories, about how you can go through Klarna to get a kit with us, go through Klarna to get a kit with us. Because I know for me, and it goes back to what I was saying in the beginning, if you focus on what you join this business for on social media, that's what you're looking for. I'm focused on the people that are looking for $200 extra a month right now, because they could turn into the next me that goes, oh, you know what? I'm putting my foot on the gas. But they're never going to know if I don't educate them and I don't expose my business to them. And so that's why too, I'm so like, I want to encourage so hard that you talk more about the business. As long as you're building trust with people, they're going to understand that you're obviously sharing something that you love. And we do a great job of posting our capsules every morning in our stories, posting us mixing up our mix, posting us having an activate, which, wow, I really want to activate. I haven't had one like a week. And right, posting your patch, posting your yummy protein bars, all of that stuff. When was the last time that you went live about the business or made a post about the business and what we have to offer, or why you joined, or why you continue to share this stuff? For most people, it's been a minute, right? I know that. But that's okay. You can always change. Like, that's why I said when I decided like 3 months ago that I was going to start doing more business lives, that's when I got a second phone. I was like, I'm going live on TikTok and Facebook at the same time, Instagram, all of them at the same time. Zane? I just realized that my kid went missing, but his iPad went missing too. So smart boy, smart boy. I could like hear him muffled talking. So I was like, what the heck? I think he's in the bathroom. But anyway, squirrel. Okay. Check the bathroom. See, everybody knows my kid. Took his iPad and he ran. That's okay. Just hopefully he's not being too loud that you guys can hear him. So I just think it's so important that we stop and we start asking the hard questions. Literally, I was telling Haas yesterday too, like I've gone so full throttle with this March Media and talking to everybody about the business because it's important to me. And I know I can help. Fact, I can help anybody every single day with this. No questions asked. But your girl likes a challenge sometimes. So I'm like, yes, most definitely. I want to help as many moms, as many women, anybody I can run a successful business this year to make that extra $200 a month for whatever, to maybe turn it into more than that. Maybe it's because of all of you that they will stay. Maybe it's because they're getting training and support from someone. Maybe it's because they're growing their confidence. Maybe it's because they need their car paid for, all of that stuff, right? Ask the hard questions. I went in yesterday talking to this girl, and I should screenshot the message, because even afterwards I was like, dang, Sydney, go ahead. Like, give myself a little pat on the back. Cause I'm like, we're asking the hard questions now. She was like, I really want to join you, but it's all about the money and this, and that. And I was like, listen, girl, we got Klarna. I refuse to believe that you don't want to do this. I know you do. You love the product and the price is right. What can I help you to get started with? What questions can I answer for you? And then I was like, wow, that was out cold, Sid. But that's what we have to do, is ask the hard questions. Stop dicking around with people saying like, oh yeah, I understand. I'll talk to you later. Help them get set up in Klarna. Help them start you can pre-sale trials if you want. If it's really necessary, they can do all of that. There is lots of options on this team, but we're getting too comfortable with objection and not saying, we got you. Until you block me, I'm going to combat every objection you have. Especially because I know what this business can do for people. And that's why you'll see me all the time now. I'm sliding Business Thrive in everywhere I can, because fact, I can help you on a product. Said that a million times, right? I'll add you to my customer group. I'll tag you in every Transformation Tuesday post. But I want to really help people share this business with other people, especially nowadays. I feel like, unfortunately, there's so much stuff going on in the world right now that there's no reason that anyone in their right mind, even if they make good money, wouldn't want a side hustle. We just need to talk about it more. They're thinking in their head, oh, well, Shar just sells vitamins. That's cool. No, Shar helps people build legacies for their kids for eternity. Because what we do here at Lavelle and in network marketing, it's residual income. You can have this for the rest of your life. I remember, and not to be morbid, but I remember when I first joined this company, there was a 200K, she was 80K, and she ended up passing away. Well, her team hit her to 200K, and her son has the account forever now. How cool is that? You can't do that. If you work at Costco or if you work for some mortgage company, they're not going to do that. So what we do here literally is such good generational wealth. Oh, sorry. Said good question. I was like, I didn't ask a question. What do you say when you do tell them about Klarna and they say, I don't need any more coming out of my paycheck though? Well, it looks like you need more coming in your paycheck then. I'm not frozen either. I'm just giving you the look. I would seriously just combat that question as, well, let me help you earn the VIP. Why? That sounds like the perfect reason that you need more coming into your paycheck. And if I can help you earn VIP 800 in the first 7 days, that's before the next 444 comes out for Klarna. Comes out every 2 weeks or something. I'll have you have it paid back no time. As long as they're open and coachable to that. But because I realize, you guys, in this business, not everybody is going to do this. And not everybody's going to do it the way you want to. But if they have major objections like that, they better be really coachable and driven to going after that bonus to be able to make that happen. And what a cool story, Carol, that would be when they do. Because exactly, I totally understand that. And that's why I always combat that. Because we had $200, we put it on the last credit card. We could have done a million things with that. But we decided to do it that way. And it gave Haas no option but to go after VIP, because it was that or this, no option. Is your hand raised, Jess?
Yeah, I just wanted to add to that because it's a great question Carol just put up there. We just kind of ran into that last night when I was doing a 3-way chat with Katie Ludington's prospect. And you're going to get that a lot if we have not used the wheel, you guys. I'm going to go back to that because here's the deal. If she's telling you she doesn't want any more taken out of her paycheck, then up to this point, you have not actually gotten her to firmly commit. She wants to create an additional income. We don't know enough. We don't know we know she's broke, obviously, if she's worried about having more come out of her paycheck, but we don't know if she's actually committed to change that problem. So you're trying to solve a problem she may not be committed to. So I will revert everybody back to that wheel. We're not finding out enough, or we wouldn't be getting that objection.
I just muted myself after that. I have something I want to share with you, Jess. That just reminded me that I got from the Virtual Upline. That's another podcast that I really like. His name's Bob Healig. But it was a whole thing about questions. And it's he broke down the wheel. It was just cool. I was like, wow, I'm seeing this everywhere. It's validation for myself to continue using that. And I'm sure you guys can admit, if you use that with people in trials, you're getting out a lot more successful trials because you're asking questions. If they have no interest in more energy or trying to find more energy, they just want to sleep on their couch and drink coffee, you're not sending them a 4-day trial. Might as well throw that to me. I'll send it to someone or throw it out the window. So yeah, really good point. I love the wheel. And if you need like to brush up on that, the training is in the YouTube channel. And this is why I stress too, share about our business. Share about how on our team, we have an entire YouTube channel with resources, tools, which reminds me, I need to take a picture of you guys. And all the things that literally we can offer to someone who's going, I don't know how to do this. I don't even know where to start. I don't know how to work social media. Okay, that's great. Neither did I, right? I felt found. We have a YouTube channel. We have an entire hustle and grow page with guides set up in there for success. I mean, there's scripts for everything in there. There's social media posts when people first join. Yes, and Boards, sorry, I was reading the comments. Boards is incredible. My new promoter was like, wait, so I just click the button and you send it? It sends it? And I was like, yeah, isn't that amazing? So yes, we have the resources, but just remember, are you sharing it? Are you educating people enough on what we have? So not all the time are they going to ask the question, right? And say like, oh my gosh, I want what you have. But that's too, and just to bring up Boards is when you can go use those scripts. Hey, thanks for liking my last live that I did that was about business, right? Would you be interested in hearing more about that? Or are you just being a cheerleader? Or, hey, thanks for watching my last live. I appreciate your support. What's new with you? Let someone tell you like, oh, well, actually, I've been working from home. I mean, that's just really the thing I think about on social media is I want you guys to remember that stories, reels, all of that are fun. But when you want to get to the nitty gritty, it's really just a strategy to entertain your audience that you have. It's not a marketing part. It's not going to maybe reels a little bit, but it's not going to go in and ask the hard question to Charlotte, do you want to join my business, right? She might just be like, oh, she's just funny. I'm just going to like her stuff. She's just funny. So think about that too. All of that stuff is kind of like the meat and the potatoes to your shepherd's pie, but you need like the mashed potatoes on top, the hard questions. You need to go in and finesse it. That's your job. So I just wanted to talk more about that today. And that's why I'm going to keep encouraging you guys to go live to build your exposure, to build your exposure, build your brand, give people the opportunity to build trust with you because people buy with people they trust, people they know that are going to help them. People join business with people they trust, people they know that are going to help them grow a business, right? So I hope that you guys got some value from this today. And I hope that it makes you stop feeling like you're not qualified enough because you are. Go back to thinking why you joined this business. Was it for free product? Was it for, there are a million people out there right now that $200 a month would help. We just have to continuously share it with them and detach yourself from the emotion. Okay. If nobody hops on your live, that's okay. I'll be there when I can. I'll come show you some love, but that's okay. You keep doing it and you can consistently keep showing up. Because that, again, is going to build exposure for you. You consistently keep showing up. Thanks, Shar. I love you guys. I'm going to let you go a little bit early today. I got to stop this recording too. And as always, if you have any questions,